Hi all, I hope all of you are doing well. So today we are going on a bike ride a little far, around 115 kilometers from my home. It's Mandagiri Hilltop and we started around 3 p.m. It's a little sunny these days, so it's pretty hot. The route is through Satellite Ring Road and we're going to go to Tumkur and from there to Mandagiri. And it's a barren stretch with flatlands and highway. So you're going to see a lot of highway run. Today I'm not going to speed too much and keep the speed within 120 because just want to cruise and enjoy the moment. It's been around 6 months with the M4 exhaust and it's good in its way, but I started longing for the stock exhaust now because it's much more silent. So I'm still confused. What do I do? Should I keep it or should I change it back to stock? The stock exhaust is a lot silent, but if you rev it hard around 10,000 plus RPM, you do get a good note, but it's very bulky and that's what I don't like about it. It just makes the bike look small in front of that huge exhaust. This stretch of highway is actually really good and there are no bumps and it's just flat. For once, at least in this 115 kilometer stretch, a little bit of revving is okay, I assume. I really love my Corda helmet visor because it is kind of polarized. No matter how hard the sun is, even if it is directly on my face, I don't feel that exertion in my eyes. It's a beautiful glass, I would say. We halted at the Tumkur junction for around 15 minutes because I was riding for almost 1 hour 45 minutes and took a little break to have a little bit of coconut water, and that's when my DJI mic turned off. So if it is around 15 minutes of inactivity, then it turns off, and I did not check that. That's the reason you don't have any engine note here, so you'll have to enjoy the music. After I crossed Tumkur junction, it was almost around 5 o'clock and the sun was already going down. There were mountains on the left hand side and it was already more greener compared to the highway, so definitely was looking better. There are quite a few locations you can visit from Tumkur. You have Madhugiri Fort, you have Jaimangli Blackbuck Reserve, you have Mandagiri Hill, which we are going today, then you have DD Hills. Quite a few are there, so it's a good spot to start from, but then again you at least need to come here, which is almost 95 kilometers. Good thing is the roads are good, so you will not have that much of problem, but yeah, it's still almost 1.5 hours from my place. So we are very close to Mandagiri Hills now. Today we came in rush a bit and I know we can't spend a lot of time there, but probably if we would have started like 45 minutes earlier, we could have sat there for longer. This stretch also looks good because there is a lot of fresh leaves on the trees because of summers and a lot of brown leaves also because of the dryness. So it kind of gives a good effect. The mountain that you see up ahead, that is the Mandagiri Hill, and it is the foothill where they ask around 10 rupees to just do the entry. The problem in coming early is it would not look as good as it looks in the evening, specifically the sunset time where it gets really golden. But if you come in the afternoon or 4 o'clock, then it will be very sunny and hot and might not give you the vibe that you want to get from this place. We also have a lake here which is called the Maidala Lake. So people come here as well to enjoy. It's just next to it, so you can see once I go ahead. So that's the lake. It's pretty vast. I have come here to Mandagiri Hills almost 2 times in car. I think I came once here in my Daytona as well. This is the first time with my ZX6R. It's a good ride and the evening is actually good. More than riding in highways, I like to go to places which is full of nature and the surroundings are peaceful, and that's when I start getting irritated with my exhaust, because it gets very loud even if you are riding slow, and I start missing the stock exhaust. It's much more silent and you can get the vibe of the place instead of destroying the sanity of the place with this loud exhaust. I have the DB killer. It's still okay, but still if you are revving hard, or specifically in this place where I'm trying to go uphill, it screams a bit. So we have almost reached, like 100 meters ahead is Mandagiri Hills, but I stop here because I like the sunset here and want to click some videos. So I let my wife take up that responsibility. The mountain backdrop and this golden sunlight, it just looks really fascinating to me. Checking out whether the photos and the videos came out good or not, and I have to also do the responsibility and take some videos and photos for my wife. So we stopped here, but we are not going to climb up and go to the top where the temple is there, because I've come there almost 2 times, so I don't want to go there now. Also pretty exhausted because of the long ride, so we just want to sit here and chill a bit, and then we have to go back because it will get dark. There were a few more bikers also who were there. I did not carry my drone, but because I had come here before, I have some drone footages which I'll show you how this place actually looks. So that's all. We couldn't spend much time. As I mentioned, we came here in rush, so we'll have to head back home and then enjoy the sunset on the way. Based on my interest to drive in natural scenic places, sometimes I think that should I have an adventure bike or a tourer bike as well. But then again, which bike would that be, and then would it make sense to keep 2 bikes, because maintenance is also going to be very high. I did check out the Benelli 502. I liked it because of the size of the bike and how grand it looks, but the power is not that much, but it does give you a feeling of a small or almost close to a BMW GS. So let's see how it goes. Maybe in future I might shift to adventure or a tourer, but right now I still love the sports bikes, because from my very childhood I have always liked sports bike only. So in my mind I am thinking that I should retain a sports bike and then maybe entry level or a mid level tourer, but only time will tell, because maintaining these bikes is also costly. I have not yet done any long rides over the weekend where I have to stay back at that location, because I ride with my wife. The major concern is how do I carry my luggage? How do I manage the pain in wrist and back because of long rides? I know I cannot ride more than 5 to 6 hours in a day. I can still cover distances, almost 500 600 kilometers I can cover in 1 or 2 days. But the luggage is a concern. No matter how tight you do your packing, you still need some space. So right now I'm in an exploratory phase where I'm seeing if there is an option to mount two small saddlebags in the bike. I've seen some where it gets mounted on top of your rear seat, but maybe we'll have to do some adjustments and see if that kind of works out. If that works out, then I would want to take my ZX6R itself on a small tour, if not a long tour, and see how it goes, because I don't want to let go of the ZX6R and I want to have the sports bike, but just for doing tours which would be not too frequently, I don't want to keep another bike also. So still thinking, we'll see. On the right hand side you can see the structure. It has peacock feather patterns in it. We have visited here before, but today because of shortage of time we're not going to go there. Maybe next time when I come I can do a full tour of that location. These narrow roads and the greenery on both sides, I just love it. Riding in this place feels amazing, specifically in sunset when the sun's heat has gone down and it's already kind of getting cold. There are a lot of places where you can take your bike in Bangalore or in and around Bangalore, but these are unexplored new locations which you have to keep searching, and I'm pretty sure ChatGPT these days helps a lot. So a lot of secret locations are there where you can take your bike and explore, but just be careful about safety as well. Don't just wander into locations where it is very secluded, so keep safety as priority as well. So we have come back on the highway. It's not that far from Mandagiri Hills. It's around 10 to 15 minutes max that you have to go off route from the highway. And after this, the roads are going to be really good. I had to fill petrol. There are a lot of petrol stations here, but none of them give premium fuel. Luckily enough, I found one and filled it. So that's a good thing that I can go in peace now. I used to keep my DJI mic in my bag, but in the outside part where the net is there, and I used to get a lot of wind noise when I was revving hard. This time I have actually put the mic inside a small pouch, and then that is also inside the bag, not in the net but inside the bag, and I do see a difference in the exhaust note. The wind noise has reduced quite a lot, but still not 100% gone. I think that cannot go, because once you are revving hard, the wind hits your body and there is some sound or noise that you'll get that cannot be completely discarded. Also, I'm noticing that when the lights, street lights specifically, are coming closer, I see some haze in the lens. So probably I'll have to remove the lens cover and see if there is any moisture there. By the way guys, I forgot to tell you that for Action 6, a new update was launched around 10 days back, and we had the issue of the f2.2 aperture. If you are setting the ISO low and if the light is low, it was not going down to f2.2 and it used to stay at f2.8, but that has been fixed now. If the ISO cannot go high, the camera brings the aperture to around f2.0, so this glitch is now fixed. One important feature of Action 6 is that 1:1 crop mode, and I assume that we could use that mode to have both vertical and horizontal shooting, but I did not like that because it is still cropping. So if I set the wide angle mode, I get a lot wider view, and if I set the vertical mode, I get a lot wide, as in the vertical stretches a lot more versus using the 1:1 mode. So that kind of did not work out because I can see that my mirrors come very close and the handlebars don't show up in that mode. So that is not going to work out. So even if they featured it saying that it's a great feature, but that is not something that worked out for bike rides. Lights on this highway is really good to look at. Like, it's filled with lights and there is no issue of darkness or something, but there are some patches of darkness in between, but a lot of vehicles are there, so it's kind of safe. So guys, this is the end of today's episode. I hope you liked it. That's all for today. Thank you and have a good day.